back to, like 16 years ago, man. And in those days, I was strictly working for black stations. And everybody had little funny names like Daddy Jules and Mr. Blues and things like that. And back in those days, the slang was, "What's happening, Jack?" So I just took on the name Wolfman Jack, and that's it. Experience all that love and beauty, man.
It's a gift you'd get for graduation.
A draft notice.
One fine morning, girl, I'll wake up, wipe the sleep from my eyes, go outside and feel the sunshine. Then I know I'll realize that as long as you love me, girl, we'll fly.
Hollywood, California, home of the American Forces Radio and Television Service, feeding daily news and entertainment to servicemen and women overseas through a worldwide network of affiliates. From Shemya in the Aleutians to Thule in the North Atlantic. From Berlin to Saigon, AFRTS brings the transcribed voices of Barbara Randolph.
Little KG there from the Nightlighters. Get into it, fellas.
Country Charlie Williams.
This lady's name is Joanna Neal, and according to her, Daddy was a preacher and Mama was a go-go girl.
The inimitable Wolfman Jack.
Your credit union can help, so stop in to discover a whole new world of savings and borrowing.
Over 50 hours of network television shows are filmed each week and airmailed to stations overseas.
Oh, I love parties. Hey, before we go, Jimmy, I must say you look great. You've lost weight, haven't you?
I have 20 pounds.
Funny, you don't look it.
I hate fat, Jim. Let's go to
On our honeymoon, Richard told me he loved my new negligee. And to tell you the truth, he really did look cute in it.
Dick, I think the only thing you're interested in is my body.
That's not true, Wanda. I'm also interested in hers and hers.
Moving right along, he asked the next question. What about the garbage problem?
Well, I have a solution for that.
Oh,
now,
course.
what do you always see around garbage?
Flies.
Right, now, what are the flies doing?
Eating the garbage.
Oh, now, isn't that simple? We just put more flies on the job.
Film rolling, dissolving the black, projector up. Channel 8 welcomes all newcomers to Galena Campion, Alaska. And reminds you to keep your seatbelts fastened. It's moose season.
There isn't really too much to do unless you like to hunt. And if you don't like to hunt, you're more or less, up to crick.
Well, it's another duty station. In some ways I like it, but others I don't because I don't have my family here. Other than that, it's very good duty.
Well, it's a little bit more than I thought it would be. It's kind of lonely up here at times, but, you make do.
Forecast for the Galena Campion area calls for cloudy skies with light snow showers. We are looking for a high today of 35 degrees below zero. The current temperature at Galena is a warm 42 degrees below zero.
Thank you very much, Sergeant Geisinger. Just a lovely weather forecast there. 42 below zero. Are you absolutely Ducky Shore, 42 below zero. Oh, well, at least it'll prepare us for when the real cold weather comes.
American Forces Radio.
American Forces Radio, and we are an affiliate of the American Forces Radio and Television Service in Galena and Camping, Alaska, 570 on your AM dial. AFRN, just a lovely place to be. Five-man electrical band now. Song's called Absolutely Right. People drop into the station once in a while and says, would it be all right if I come down about 8:30 or so and watch you do your show? And I say, fine. And they come in, they're totally shocked and dismayed. And they go out and tell their friends that he really is that weird. Everybody just gets to know each other better. And that does help a lot, especially up here during the wintertime. Everybody's closed in because fights start easy. And it just helps a lot. Well, let's see now. We got to take off, so cue the theme song.
See you real soon.
K-E-Y.
Why? Because we like you.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. I went to Vietnam and spent a week in Tokyo first and then went on to Vietnam. The living conditions, of course, in the field, not exactly like home, you know, to say the least. And I'm aware of the fact that a lot of the fellas have never been away from home before, you know, and it's quite an experience without the conveniences that they're so accustomed to. And I think they do a great job at it, you know. And the enthusiasm, everything, I was surprised, really. They are very tough.
AFBN News. It's 0300 hours in Vietnam. On the war front, Army UH-1 helicopters and Air Force C-141 aircraft continued rapid evacuation. Dust off. Never before in the history of warfare has the fighting man had a greater chance for survival than today. Medical air evacuation from the battlefield to a stateside hospital in less than 48 hours.
While the name of the game is to win, and this means rivalry, I trust the rivalry is friendly in nature, and this cannot help but make for a more effective NATO defense posture.
On this heading into the IP, we'll be passing about only 6 miles to the east of Heidelberg.
Ramstein Air Base, Germany, hosted NATO's 16th annual Royal Flush Reconnaissance Competition.
Right on the crest of this hill. 10 seconds. Forward on. Forwards on. Right on that road. Right there. And off. Camera's off.
The idea of Royal Flush is in its first aim, and that is to hold a competition between the reconnaissance squadrons of Allied forces Central Europe. The main aim of the competition is really to stimulate interest and innovation within the squadrons to improve the reconnaissance mission for all the squadrons within NATO.
Speed and accuracy determined the winners. And the United States Air Force teamed with the Canadians to capture the highly prized Grunther Trophy for the best overall performance.
And I get mail on different guys that have problems overseas, you know, that they haven't seen their wives or their girlfriends in a long time. And they know that I'm on the air all over the United States here, too, and they write letters and they say hello to Mary in Des Moines, Iowa, or something like that, you know.
This is Wolfman Jack, sending all this to my good buddies in Korea. Here's Mule Train.
When I first got here, the NCOIC of Motor Pool asked me what I wanted to do here. I told him I wanted to do something here in Korea to make my time go by fast so I can get back to the States with my wife. And he said, well, Mule Train's just a job for you then, because you're always busy.
We carry office supplies, barrack supplies, chow hall, the rations, just about anything they need, we carry it. There's no place in this country we don't go.
But it seems like a month since I kissed my baby goodbye. I could have a lot of women, but I'm not like some other guy. I could find one to hold me tight, but I could never make believe it's all right.
Koreans, they can't come up these sites, and we're about the only outfit that can. Usually it's a rough road all the way, and you're pretty well beat up the time you get here. People, they don't get too many visitors, and we're about the only ones that comes in, and they show you appreciation. By the time you get out of your truck, there's a cold beer waiting on you.
And Dean Vaughn, who's stationed in Naples, Italy, wrote in and asked us to play that thing. He's got a P.S. on here that says, thank you for bringing a little home away from home. We'll try to write again, before I leave Naples. Okay, Dean, thank you much. The rest of you, keep in mind, if there's something in particular I can play for you on the Country Corner, drop me a note. The only address you have to remember is the Country Corner, in care of whatever station you're listening to, wherever you are.
Laura vous entendre. Daqui a bocadinho, o Brasil poderá conversar.
Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and the BB Ao Vivo television variety show hosted the band of the United States Air Force Southern Command during their recent tour of Latin America.
Força Aérea Norte-Americana. Justamente neste programa, nós temos a honra de receber banda de país de grandes orquestras e vamos apresentar popurrí de Butch Cassidy. Captain Dentry, please.
I'm Senior Master Sergeant Art Wiggins, stationed in the Canal Zone with the Usaf Band. Our mission with the band is to play concerts, dances, and you name it, in all Central and South American countries. We're here in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, to play for Semana de Asa. This is the Brazilian Air Force. The weather is beautiful, the city is beautiful, and the people are beautiful.
Captain Dentry, I leave the finale to you, and I want to thank you all, 45 musicians from the American Band, Air Force. Thank you very much for your presence here in our program.
We're training in preparation for the SISM games that are going to be held in Rotterdam in the Netherlands. Competition is real tough among the services. It'll be a real good, tough tournament, and it'll be a good competition in preparation for the SISM games.
Stopped boxing after 67 the last time, and when I got in the Air Force, I went to train, you know, and they saw me in the gym training, and they asked me if I wanted to box again. I told them, yes, I'll try it again.
Well, I came in the Air Force with no intentions of boxing to start with, but I guess it's kind of like a vaccination. Once you get it, you know, it's in your blood. You got to stay with it, you know.
Okay, when you end tight in there, throw a right into the body, right uppercut, and then hook back short left hook, you know. Okay? Mm-hmm. He didn't hurt you that one time, or did he?
No.
You just a little off balance, what I thought. Here you go. Ready? Okay.
Well, I just hope I can see as much as I can while I'm over there. I always wanted to go to Europe, and this is my chance now.
free ballot, a free country. Remember to use your vote in this year's elections. Now, a final AFRTS news item. Recently, there has been an increase in activity by Soviet military aircraft in the North Atlantic. Flying from the Soviet Union, Russian Tu-95 Bear bombers regularly penetrate the Iceland identification zone. Tracked by radar, each unidentified aircraft is followed as it proceeds into the North Atlantic. If the unidentified aircraft penetrates NATO airspace, United States Air Force fighter interceptors are scrambled to identify the intruders. Controlled by a specially equipped EC-121 radar aircraft, the F-102 fighters are vectored to the exact course of the unidentified aircraft, and intercept is made. Visual identification confirms the radar tracking information. The unidentified aircraft is indeed a Russian bomber. United States Air Force fighters intercepted many Russian aircraft the first 2 weeks in March of this year. It is believed some of these missions have been in support of a disabled Russian submarine in the North Atlantic. However, some of the aircraft are known to have visited Cuba. These Russian aircraft have an 8,000-mile range and can be refueled in the air. That's the news, and we conclude this AFRTS broadcast day.
AFRTS.